break it all down. The Vault Studio, the best show in town. Show in town, let's show in town, let's show in town. Lights on, mic check, game time, let's go. Jay George, Scotty running the show. Rock on the mix, keeping it tight. NFL talk every day.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I am one of your extremely handsome and well-endowed hosts, JA.
Well,
Oh, wait, we've been bumped up to hosts?
Yeah, you're hosts.
Yeah.
I always forget that. I always say I'm your host, JA. And I
Yeah.
think you boys are just my peasants here
Yeah.
on the casting
we're
couch.
Yeah.
fucking co-hosts. We're the co-hosts with the mostesses.
Yep.
Sorry, English is my second language. Sorry.
Persian number one.
I thought
No.
Greek was one, Persian two, then English.
Then English.
No,
third language.
I thought it was your fourth. Because then
Third lang-
love.
and the language of love.
Clip it.
Ladies.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Shout out to our good friends at the Sporting
We
Globe.
were there today.
We went
supporting
there today and watched
supporting our friends.
We're
It's a-
supporting ourselves.
It's a public holiday in Australia, in
Melbourne.
today.
Melbourne, yeah.
So we had a day off. We went down and got to watch the Cowboys do what the Cowboys do and lose football games.
Stink it up against the Cardinals. and
Just suck it up against a team they
But-
probably shouldn't.
the venue was tip top. The
Outstanding.
food was tip top. The
Yep.
service was tip top.
Yep.
Tick, tick, tick.
Dave
Shout out
wasn't
to-
there. He would have
shout
been
out.
on a fancy holiday, I'm sure.
Good
Well
on him.
deserved. But
Good on him.
Eloise was there. We said hello to her. So shout out to the Sporting Globe. The draw has you'll see that come out tonight. We're doing after we record the podcast, we're going to record a video doing the wheel spin. So that's done now. I've got everyone who sent me in a photo and told me that they'd signed up to it. So hopefully everyone gets lucky. So we'll do that awards tonight. But
Awesome.
doesn't mean we don't need you to still go and download the app, sign up to it. There's some more things coming in terms of prizes and stuff to give out involving the Sporting Globe. So yeah, get on board with that. And make sure while you're at it to follow us on all our social medias.
Oh, yeah. Very
Facebook,
important.
YouTube, Instagram, and the TikTok. Give us plenty of comments. There wasn't enough hate for Scotty's number one.
No, because
Power
everyone thought
rankings.
it was legit.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
We'll talk about that later. But we're doing another bit of a fun one tonight, similar to the power rankings last week.
Yeah, this will be good.
Where-
This will be funny.
So I've put together my mid-season awards. And
So
you
this
can
is-
see a
oh,
big graphic coming
look
up
at
on the
this.
screen
Hey,
right now.
If you're just listening, open up your Spotify or your YouTube and just have a look at the work. That's shout out to Tom, by the way, who's not here. Just have a look at the work that this kid is producing. And we need to lift ourselves up to his level, boys.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it
it's
is
possible.
You that.
We're
Well-
definitely in the trailer conversation now.
Absolutely,
There's
we
the
are.
cart and the car and the trailer, and we are the anchor behind the trailer at the moment.
I know I am for sure.
That's
Can't even
fair
open up a PDF file.
Can't even open Google Docs.
self-burn. Those
so,
were.
so this, yeah, that's right. So this is blind. We've not seen this.
No, we haven't. No,
And
no.
get ready for some heat, big boy,
Get
because
some
I
heat.
gave it to Scotty last week.
I'm pretty
Did
happy
you? I
with
thought we were
mine.
Yeah,
cuddling on the couch.
No, we weren't cuddling.
There's only two I think you guys are going to get a little bit. They're going to disagree with me on this. And
That's
there's a couple.
plenty. Two's enough.
Two is
Well, I
definitely-
thought none. So who would have thought?
Yeah, well, anyway.
Well, you definitely had the Bills too low. That was my only. I had a bigger gripe at the Bills in Green Bay. Fucking Bills, they're so good.
Yeah, but they. Oh,
No, we're
we
talking
don't-
about it. We're talking about it. We can't talk about it. It's over now. You do your you can do your end of season power rankings. They're real easy to do.
Yeah, because it's just the 7 teams in each conference.
And then no one cares about the rest.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start with my Tommy added a few extra ones. So we've got MVP, offensive player, defensive player, O-Roy, D-Roy, comeback player, coach of the year.
Kardashian. We're only
Kardashian
referring
award.
to the Kim Kardashian
the Kim
award.
Kardashian award, the coach of the year award, the biggest disappointment,
Ooh,
biggest surprise.
It's
and
usually me,
And
actually.
then who I wanted. Yeah, true. I put Scotty on and Tom's like, you can't. He's not in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm like, fair enough.
You've obviously been talking to Bianca.
Yeah, all the time. She's a legend. You're the problem.
Find that hard to believe.
And then I did my Super Bowl, who I think will be in the Super Bowl.
oh,
as well,
nice.
so we
Okay,
can-
cool.
we can
As in like
disagree.
the Super Bowl matchup or Super Bowl winner?
the two teams, just Super Bowl.
Yeah, we
matchup.
can-
Nice.
So let's start. I want to start with the coach of the year.
Cool.
I thought this was pretty obvious.
Steichen.
It's Shane Steichen for
Yep.
me.
Yep.
Just simple on the fact of I had him as the first coach fired at the start of the year because I thought the
Big
Daniel
turnaround.
Jones thing was going to absolutely blow up in their face. And, you know, it's unfortunate that it comes on a week where they've had their worst game of the season. But I think what he's been able to do, not just with Daniel Jones, that's a very important part, but the whole team as a whole. So we talk about their offense efficiency. That's not just the quarterback. That's Jonathan Taylor Thomas, as Tommy calls him.
Yep.
The offensive line, like Quentin Nelson was starting to kind of get talked about as he passed it a little bit. I think
Yep.
he's been probably the best guard in football this year.
Sure.
Yep.
So he's been able to get everyone playing at a really high level, including Daniel Jones. He's the one everyone talks about, but it's the entire team he's been able to play.
Well,
at
he
high
gets spoken about the most, obviously, A, because he's a quarterback, but B, he was just so poor
Yeah.
in New York, and it's just such a stark turnaround. Like you said, like if you'd never seen football before and you turned on the Colts, you'd be like, shit, that Daniel Jones guy's a good player.
Yeah, I know. My old man said it to me 3 times. He saw 3 Colts games and said, Daniel Jones is a gun. Is he a young guy? I'm like, nope.
No more.
Came from the job. Go watch his tape from
Been
last
through the
year
ringer in
when he got
New
cut
York.
in week 8
Yeah.
from the team. as a
The
starter.
only pushback on this one, I think, if the Bears get 8 or 9 wins, I think Ben Johnson will get it, just because that's the template that the NFL has followed.
I would almost
The
argue
new
that
coach.
the
to
new
give it to
coach,
the new
yeah.
coach.
Oh,
And he's actually genuinely a good,
if the Bears make playoffs, I think he will get it.
yeah.
I
yeah.
just don't think they will.
What if the
That's-
Colts end up as like the 2 seed? Come on.
then I still think Ben. If
Yeah.
if the Bears are a 7 seed and they're a 2 seed, I still think
That's just how the
I
NFL
think
is.
they will. They
Yeah.
love
I,
a new
I disagree
coach.
with that. I'm team Shane Steichen. all
Well,
the way.
yeah,
he's a very
and
good coach.
Kyle Shanahan should be there this year as well for what he's done with the
Yep.
fucking.
He's definitely
the
got to be in the
injuries.
conversation with the amount of injuries.
But,
they've had.
but once you're a veteran coach,
You don't
you're
get
not in
looked
the
at.
conversation anymore.
No, that's right.
It's how guys like Jason Garrett end up winning Coach of the Year. It's how Belichick's only ever won 1.
Yeah.
Like just once they just expect you to be a good coach then, so you don't get
Sure.
it anymore.
Yep.
It's probably one of the awards that once you're, locked in as a coach and you've been there a long time, you don't get much of a look in.
What a turnaround for this
Reed.
franchise, though, man.
Awesome. It's an awesome turnaround.
They're literally like sinking ship with Richardson to now potential 2 seed or
Yeah.
1 seed.
And also,
They should win the division from here.
Yes.
what's Israel's daughter's name? I always forget her name.
Yeah, I
Is it
forgot her
Carly? Kaylee?
Carly? Yeah, I think Carly.
Yeah.
Carly?
The brunette one.
Yeah.
Well, it's running the show.
But like, good on her, because what she's obviously the hand-on approach that she's got, and in, I guess, like subtly, everyone goes, "Oh, she's in on all our business.
Mhm.
She knows what's being said, what's meant to be done."
Yep.
And now they're held accountable indirectly.
Yep.
And obviously, it's showed through the performance week in, week out, where they're.
Well, I think actually being held accountable directly, because she's on record saying that I'm listening to find out what these people are talking about to
Yeah.
know if they're talking shit or not. Like,
Yeah,
I
the
wanna
players
know.
love her too. The
Yeah.
players
I
absolutely
think
love her.
that like she is doing it with the right intentions,
Yeah,
which is
I agree.
very important. She's not like
But she's doing it to
sleuthing
learn.
around.
She wants to understand.
Yeah, she's not being
So-
a busybody. Like, she actually just wants to like.
Yeah,
learn.
so if she wants to sit in a meeting, she says, "Hey guys, I'm just here to sit in this meeting because I want to
I got
learn
no issue with
what
it.
the
I love it.
quarterbacks are
Takes her
talking about this
notes.
week." Yep, it's just about me learning. It's not. I don't know. I'm not as experienced in coaching or playing as you guys are. It's not so I can tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
And so I just want to learn and understand.
Get the right people in the building that works in with what you're doing. And I
100%.
think that's a big.
I'm glad.
Big
I'm
point.
glad you put Shane Steichen, because
Yeah.
he needs to get his flowers. He's a good coach.
In fairness, I don't think I had at this point of the season. I didn't really have any other guy in my mind other
Yeah.
than him. And then
Fair.
it was very similar for the Kim Kardashian award where I went with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's fair. You have to.
'Cause I don't think he's going to play well enough to be an MVP.
Is that what they call it?
sort of
Seapoy?
comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
See Pody.
Seapoy.
Pody. It's actually a cool name.
I
They
don't
should
know.
just call it that.
See Pody.
Nah, Kim Kardashian award.
And for
Shittest award, but yeah,
obvious
well
reasons.
deserved.
But this is a guy that should get it. Now, he probably won't. Do you know who the favorite to get it is right now?
The betting favorite.
Yeah,
Who?
Dak Prescott. Because he was hurt for the second half of the season.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so terrible if they give it to Dak.
That's why
No.
Joe Burrow's got it twice. Because he
Yeah,
gets
that's
hurt
right.
and then comes. He
Yeah.
hasn't improved or just played better. He was always good and then loses time.
Darnold
He's
got it
injured and
last
then
year.
No, he didn't. Joe Burrow got it last year.
Joe Burrow got it. That's right.
Because he came back from the injury and then he was like, he can't be MVP.
Next award.
It's-
Next.
No, this is good. No. Hang on a minute. Like,
No, we all agree.
100%.
100%.
Jones is well deserves this award.
Jones getting this award should be what the entire award's about.
Yes.
Same as Darnold last year should have got it. It's what the entire. I think I said this. I've just forgotten because we
Yeah.
do so many podcasts. But
Yeah.
I believe I was pretty pissed off about it, and that's what ruins this award. It shouldn't
It
be
is.
a guy who was good already and got dinged up. Like Sam C's won it because he got injured and then had a good
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just stupid.
And like coming back from injury is also very good and hard to do. But being cut and then getting picked up on the scrap heap and then not getting re-signed at the Vikings to go to another team, so his third team in it's essentially 12 months,
Yeah,
and then play at this level. That's what it should be. You're 100% right.
Amen. Well
the
said,
spirit of
Scott.
the award should be Daniel Jones. So well done to him. My
Deep
defensive rookie of the year, Carson Schwezinger
Yeah, he's having a
from
good year. He's actually having a good year.
from the
I bet
Browns.
Jahid Campbell.
Yeah, I think it should be Campbell.
Do you know? Okay, so they were my two guys I was looking at. Both of them were in the running. The reason I went with Schwezinger, is that how you say his name? Schwezinger? Let's call him Carson.
Schwezinger.
The reason I went with Carson is because Jihad
Why?
Ward is actually playing less now.
Yeah,
He's
now that
getting
Kobe
less
Dean's
reps.
come back, yeah.
Whereas Carson is like the man on that defense, other than Garrett, obviously, but he is the absolute man. He runs everything. He's a 3-down player. He doesn't come off the field ever. He's the leader. He gets the play calls in. Jared Campbell's play has probably been on par, if not a bit better than his, and probably a few more explosive plays and a few more bigger plays. But I think he plays on a better defense. I just think he's doing a lot more of what a defensive player, especially a linebacker, needs to do. But Jared Campbell was definitely in the conversation.
Your point's valid. He's getting a lot less reps now that Nakobe Dean's back.
100%.
That's 100%.
So
Eamon will win it.
Eamon Worry was on my
He just
board
hasn't played
too.
enough games.
That's his problem.
Yep.
If you went off the last 3 games for Eamon Worry, I'd say he's probably a shoe-in for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as at
No,
this point,
this is great. He's an outstanding linebacker.
in fairness to the
Outstanding.
Browns, they've obviously got Garrett already. Mason Graham, who we couldn't remember his name last week,
Yes.
is playing outstanding
Yep.
as a D tackle, and then Carson Schwezinger.
Great name.
They've kind of,
Schwezinger.
and then they're hoping they'll get the other Koromoa back next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
They think he's next better. That's why they think but it's the Leighton Vander Esch. You don't know when it's going to happen
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
If they get him back, they got Denzel Ward. They're building something okay there. The biggest issue there is the
Absolutely.
quarterback, and that's why I hope they don't trade Myles Garrett, because I feel like if Garrett just holds on for one more season and they get a quarterback, it could make a big difference. I feel like the defense is there.
I think
You know?
I think if you ask Garrett privately in a very close forum, he would say that I've held on more than enough.
And fair as well. And that's fair as well. Like, I'm not shitting on him if he does want to go, but he also, as we discussed last week, he took the money.
Yeah, took the blood
If
money.
they don't want to trade him now, he's got to. You knew what you were signing up for. Sign up for it.
But he would look good in Philly green.
He would, and he still might. The trade
He
deadline's
still
not
might.
done. We could wake up in the morning and it'd be
When
sick.
is it over?
I think it's like 4 a.m. our time, so about 10 hours or something. 8
Oh
hours.
wow! So we'll wake up to the news.
Yeah,
Shit.
if it happens, yeah, I'm tipping someone will wake me up in the night if it is. You'll call me hysterically.
oh my god, Garrett!
Oh my god!
All right, maybe not that zesty, but yeah,
That's the sort of zest you are when you talk about Garrett and the Eagles.
Oh, I'm curious to see who you got for O'Roy.
Offensive rookie of the year. I went with Tyler Warren from the Colts.
That's a nice.
So
pick.
Ibuka was one, or Abubu.
Amika Ibuka. Yeah.
Ibubu, as Gronk calls him.
Oh, yeah.
Ibuka and him were kind of the two guys I was looking at.
The injuries
most.
hurt him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dropped off. Warren has more catches than him, more yards, and he's on a better offense.
Yeah.
That was all. And he's also blocks really well, which is, receivers don't have to block as well as a tight end, but I think he's fit the bill. He's on 42 receptions, 518 yards, and 3 touchdowns this season.
Wow.
So he's on track to easily have a 1,000-yard season as a rookie tight end from a guy who wasn't meant to be a great pass catcher. You know what I mean? Like, he was meant to be more of a genuine Y. He'll get a few short yardage plays, but the fact that he's producing so many yards, and then just watching him play, he plays so hard.
Yeah.
Efforts there. Like, this is another thing when you talk about Steichen, right? This is another guy that he's brought in and gone, okay, well, this guy can do this, and I'm going to put him in that position to succeed all the time. And that's why Steichen's
That's
coach
good
of the
coaching,
year,
yeah.
and that's why I think Warren's defensive.
He's been
rookie right
fantastic.
now.
He's been
Now, there's
fantastic.
some receivers that can probably go over the top of him as the season goes on. It's tough for a tight end to contribute all season long because they do a lot of dirty work.
Yep.
And they get dinged up a lot more.
Yep.
He'll probably
And-
miss a couple of games here and
And
there.
the extra games they have to play coming from college, playing 12 games to now 17 games in the regular season. And
a lot more physical too.
yes,
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I think Amika Ibuka will probably finish winning it, but I
Potentially,
like it right now. Tyler Warren's the pick.
Yeah, and also like they're the best running team in football, and he's a genuine Y. He blocks defensive. He plays as a blocking tight end.
Yep.
They don't sub him out for another guy.
No.
He plays all the time. So I think that shouldn't go unnoted how good he is in the run game.
No,
as well.
absolutely. He's a dog.
I
love watching him.
I would like to know
Mhm.
where Jackson Dart is in the betting, because I think if he can finish the year somewhere around the level that he's playing at now, he's going to win it.
So Jackson Dart was on my mind. His numbers, which numbers aren't everything, don't get me wrong. His numbers aren't
No, they're not.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
And then people say, oh, but it's the way he plays.
but his tape
They've
does
al-
flash.
They've also won 2 games.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
that's what, if they can win 4 games down the stretch, and he plays really well in all of them, then yeah, he's got the potential to win it, and he's a quarterback, and they love giving the quarterbacks
Obviously,
the
yeah.
award.
That's kind of where I'm at with
But
it.
I feel like, and this is where I was so glad that like Brock Bowers got it last year, because did Brock Bowers get it?
Surely.
Yes.
No, Jaden Daniels got it.
No,
Yeah,
surely
Jaden,
not.
he did.
Jaden
he
Daniels got it, and this was my point, right?
Oh, that's disgusting.
This is
true.
what always happens, right? It was the same year when Zeke Elliott broke the rookie rushing record and Dak Prescott got it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the same thing. As soon as a quarterback is like a good player and plays every game, which those two guys were in their rookie seasons, they just automatically go to them. When then you have Brock Bowers, who's broken records.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Neighbors who broke records last year,
Mm.
and they don't even.
And then
look
Brian
into
Thomas
it.
Jr., who was elite
Yeah,
last year.
that's what I mean.
So for the favorites, so darts at $1.94,
Mm.
Ibuka $2.70, Tyler Warren at 10, and then Ted McMillan at 13 and Genty at 19.
Okay.
And for the
Genty,
defensive,
no way.
Carter's the favorite at $2.40, Jaheed Campbell at $4.40, Nick Emanwari at $4.90, and then our boy Schwestinger at $14.
It's a dangerous game we're playing.
And then Malachi Starks, who's having a very good year as well.
Oh, yeah,
Could be-
Starks is up there. Yeah, yeah.
He's sort of the catalyst of turning that defensive backfield around for the Ravens. So.
It's just so hard for defensive players. If you're a defensive end and you get a few sacks, you're going to win it. It's like defensive player of the year as well. Like that's sort
Before we get to the big ones, should we do the fun
disappointment?
ones? Let's do the fun ones first.
All right.
Yeah.
So my biggest disappointment this season is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
And it's
There's
disappointing.
a lot to pick from.
Yeah, there's a few disappointments. But the biggest disappointment for them is one, the Burrow injury is disappointing because I want to watch him play football.
Mm.
He's fun to watch.
Also,
And
and now it's happening all the time.
yeah, it's annoying. Like I want him to play. It's annoying when you don't get to watch him play. And the way they hedge their bets to the team.
But in fairness, we've seen 42-year-old Joe Flacco sling it.
Mm.
So,
Maybe
what comes around
Burrow
goes around.
isn't Burrow. Maybe anyone could do it.
Just not Browning.
Yes, in fact, yeah, we've also seen Browning try and do it too,
Yeah.
and it did not go nearly as well.
It is a good disappointment. I would also add the Raiders.
Raiders are disappointment, but I don't think there was high expectations for them. I think all of us had the Bengals in the playoffs. We
Yeah.
had them as like a wild card.
But in comparison for expectation, what we expected to see from the Raiders in incremental growth and structure, where
Yeah.
we're not seeing any of that.
No, and that might happen down the stretch a bit more. Like they
Yeah.
played quite well against the Jags on the
Yeah,
weekend.
they did.
Yeah, they did.
And they had Bowers back, and it made a massive
Gino played
difference
really,
for them.
played well.
Gino-
All the more reason
fantastic.
why Bauer should have been Poi last year.
I want to go back and find the because you guys disagree with me. You guys wanted Jaden Daniels when we did
I
our
don't think
votes.
so.
You voted for him. 100% you did.
I probably
Um,
wanted Caleb
I
Williams.
will
My
find it.
my biggest disappointment is the Jets and how just bad they are. I
And
would have
Aaron
thought
Glenn. Yeah.
Aaron Glenn coming across, like, trying to do something, establish something, and not only has he not established anything, they've actually fucking gone backwards. They're worse.
What with them? Do you think?
Because at least Sartle's defense was half decent last year, man.
and his defense in the 49ers is very good.
Very good.
Almost
With
no
less
players.
talent.
With Jimmy's and
Yeah.
Joe's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's losing dudes every week. But I think the Jets, I feel like they might, and this is going to hurt if you're a Jets fan, they might need to get a little worse before they get a little better.
Yeah, okay.
Because they had a lot of, and then they've doubled down with dumb contracts with Sauce Gardner. But there was a lot of
Oh,
guys that
really?
were kind of escaping being.
I've never taken the high road in that Source Gardner thing. Fuck him, he's shit.
He's not shit. He's just not. the
He is,
best
okay,
corner.
no, he's not shit. He's not worth 30 million or whatever he got.
No, I think it was like 33. He's definitely not.
Cool.
He's definitely not the highest paid corner in football.
Vindication.
Vindication. Oh, can I get it? Where is it? Oh,
No, that's all right. It's gone. It's gone.
I will never find it. This is why we need Tommy. We
Yeah.
miss you,
I know.
we miss you, Tom.
We
But yeah, Jets
We're
are
falling
disappointing
apart.
as well, just because I thought they would be okay. They'd be somewhat competent.
Same as the Raiders.
Yeah.
Not a playoff team, but you expect them to be hard out, and they're
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not.
little soft bellies.
They're not the opposite of a hard
Yeah.
out.
All fair. My biggest surprise, we don't have to talk about this much because it's pretty obvious. It's the Colts.
Absolutely.
I've got Stark and Warren. I've only just realized how many Colts I have in this list.
And I'm sure your Opoi is going to be a Colt.
Wait and see. They're just, so we can talk about it till the cows come home. What they've done, the way they've turned around. They obviously had a lot of the pieces, but it wasn't working the last couple of years. And everyone's just like, if you'd said to me at week 8 or week 9, they're the 1 seed or the 2. So I think they're the 2 seed now behind the Bills, but they'd be winning the division and a top 2 seed. I'd have been like,
Yeah.
you're an idiot. You don't know
Yeah.
ball.
You don't know ball.
I would have looked like the biggest asshole in the world because I would have laughed at them.
Like Scotty putting Green Bay at 1.
Hey, they're elite. We'll talk about them later. But yeah, I think they're the biggest
Flag,
surprise.
hill, planted.
Is there any other surprise you can think of?
Biggest surprise. How many games San Francisco won with all their injuries is pretty fucking
That's
surprising.
like Mac Jones is probably a good one.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's surprising. I think Pickens from the Cowboys is surprising how well he's gone this year.
Patriots being this good.
See, Patriots were I think we all thought they'd be
A year away?
Yeah, okay. Well, you had them for 11 wins. I think Means got to have them for 9 wins or
Yeah.
something like that. So we didn't think they'd
We're
be
not that
shit.
far off. Yeah.
No, I just think so. We weren't as surprised that they were confident.
Yeah.
Like they kind of did what we thought they would do with Vrabel.
But, they're
just
also
didn't- we didn't think they'd win as much
they're winning the division at the moment right, over the Bills, so that's pretty fucking
over
surprising.
the tin cans. But anyway,
Yeah.
the Bills play the same teams, so
Yeah,
most of
true.
the same teams. So they've got to win them anyway.
Another disappointment I just thought of now is Miami. Miami have been very disappointing.
I think we all thought they'd suck.
We had McDaniels for first coach fired.
Yeah, you both did.
Yeah.
I'd stuck. Good work, us. I'll go back to my defensive player of the year now. I had Nick Benito.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tom's put the wrong one up. He's put Brian Burns.
Oh, okay.
So I had Nick Benito. Tom's done Brian Burns. I'll just take away his little thing. So I had Nick Benito from the Denver Broncos. He's had 18 tackles this year, 8 sacks. He's been one of the best defensive players in football. And then the difference because if you don't know, Brian Burns was the other guy I was considering because I actually sent it to Tom first and then went,
Yep.
I don't feel right about Brian Burns. Their defense is awful. He's had 11 sacks this year, Brian Burns, but the Denver Broncos defense is so much better that I think the defensive player of the year needs to come from a good defense.
Sure.
I don't think it can come from like a bottom
And
third defense.
Coming from Broncos in consecutive years, that's saying something.
Yeah.
I think the Broncos defense will take a step back with Allen being out for the year.
Oh, is he out for the year?
I believe so.
Oh, that's
okay.
a massive loss.
I
And then
believe.
PS2's out for a while. as
PS2.
well.
So there's going to be a regression there, but if there's not, that's because of Benito. He's
Yeah.
that kind of player. So
Benito's like they did so well signing him last year.
early.
They got him so early. They almost predicted he would be that good before. Even his agent obviously knew it because he knew what he was going to be doing this season and like last
that's
season
what-
and then this one.
That's what good GMs do when they've
Yeah.
got young talent in the building that
Get
they've
them
identified as going to be good. Just get it done.
If they want to
early.
keep him long term, they get it done as quick as they
as
can.
quick as the day after you can extend him, do it.
It's almost a positional thing as well because the defensive backfield can change so quickly as well. But your front line, you can see that growth real quickly. That you
True.
can see explosive pass rushers that can play the run a little bit. Like, oh, that's going to develop. He's going to be good.
Yeah.
We'll sign up for 4 more years of that.
I feel like there's not as much in good defensive linemen as well. There's not as much up and down and variables
Exactly.
on the way they play. Like defensive backs are also, if you can't pass rush and you're one of the best defensive backs in football,
Doesn't matter.
have fun. Eventually someone's going to get away from you,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, but if you're a great defensive lineman, there's almost you being successful. There's nothing stopping you on your own team. So if you're getting quick pressures all the time, they can throw screens and that sort of stuff to get away from you. But then it almost makes them a worse offense anyway
Yeah,
from
it does,
what you're
yeah.
doing.
Yep.
Whereas if the other way around, if you're a really good DB and you don't have a pass rush, it doesn't matter.
You also, as a D lineman, benefit from coverage sacks as well.
Yes, for sure.
So, but as a safety, you benefit a lot less from a great pass rush.
You don't benefit from not getting the quarterback
Yeah.
quickly when you're in
Yeah,
safety.
yeah.
It's
No,
like-
you can.
As the seconds tick, you're like, oh god, this is getting harder and harder.
No, but like if the pass rush does get there quick and there's a lemon thrown up in the air,
Yeah.
like you do benefit from it, but not as frequently as the other way around.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you guys have anything like
For Depoy?
am I out of line? Hutchinson was in my mind. He's had a pretty good year. Obviously, Myles Garrett was in my.
Yeah, Garrett would have been my guy.
The only reason I didn't have him because he's had 10 sacks. He's had 5 of them in one game,
Yeah.
and then he's had 3 in another.
Yeah.
So
it's
he's had
feast or
8
famine.
sacks in 2 games. When he doesn't get sacks, he still plays really well. But these awards, they've got to have some sort of statistical bearing on them as well.
Sure.
And Benito's got 8 sacks. There's only 2 sacks less, but he's had I think he's only had 1 game with double-digit sacks. So he's consistently
He's
getting
getting a lot
pressure.
of pressures.
And Nick Benito also leads the league in pressures.
Yep.
Garrett's second, in fairness.
Yeah, Garrett. yeah,
But
probably up there
it's
for
just
sure.
that's the only thing that kept him apart. If Garrett keeps going and gets 20 sacks, he's obviously going to win it.
Yeah.
And he very well could because he could have 2 more 5-sack games easily.
Yeah.
Or now he goes into a rhythm where
Yeah.
he's 2 a game, 1 a game, 2 a game, 1 a game.
Yeah.
He gets up to 20 pretty quickly.
But at this point, like if you taken last week's game away from him, his numbers were nowhere near these guys.
Mm.
And all of these guys are dominant players when you watch them. They're all passing that sort of eye test. So the only thing you can get to split them up is, well, how successful are they
Yeah.
being? How successful is their defense? Is their team? And then them individually. And that's what I kind
How
of looked
important
at.
are they to their unit?
And that's what Benito, he just became all those things kind of added up to more.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I tend to
I've got
agree.
no issue with the pick at all. I like Benito.
All right, my offensive player of the year. This is
JSN.
the one I might get some hate on.
My boy.
I have Jackson Smith in Jigbo of the Seattle Seahawks.
He's on pace to beat the receiving record.
He's having a really good year.
It was him
No
and
doubt
Jonathan.
about
It was him and JTT. They were the two people I was going between. And when I looked at the numbers, he has more yards than JTT this year. Not as many touchdowns. Only got 6 touchdowns compared to
I think JT's got like 12 or 13.
I think he's 13 now.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
No, sorry, Jason's only got 4 touchdowns, but he's 50 yards off a 1,000-yard season in 8 games. He's had more 100-yard. He has now tied the record for Seattle Seahawks for most 100-yard games in a season with Steve Largent.
Yep.
So, and he's got a fair few games to go.
And whenever you're in comparison with Steve Largent, you're doing something special.
That's fair.
Exactly.
He's an absolute superstar back in the
And then I thought of some big moments in games, right? Like the Colts, again, neither of these teams have played a bunch of like super good teams. But I thought about one game. I can't even remember who they were playing now, where JSN didn't have a catch until the fourth quarter. The Cardinals, and then he went off for like 90 yards and a touchdown. When the game was on the line, he breaks it open. And then JTT, he's more, we've won the game. All I got to do is just keep pounding in. He does a great job.
Yeah.
But this one game this week, which probably swerved me away from Jonathan Taylor the most.
A little bit of recency bias, perhaps.
The one game that he was shut down, the whole team fell apart, right? And that just shows me that they need other people to get going. Whereas I think JSN is actually the one who gets the team going.
He's also getting 50% of the team targets as well. So he's getting
fed. That's what I was going to say.
No, but like he's also getting bracket coverage. He's getting match coverage. Like he's getting 2-on-1 in every single way of the playbook, and he's still wide open every play.
Yeah, and also Jamar Chase was on my mind for this one as well. But they just haven't won enough games. You can't have won 3 games and be getting awards, in my opinion.
It's definitely JT or JSN. One of those two. One of those two.
A quick little curveball. Surely McCaffrey's got to be in the combo.
I thought about him.
He's having a great year, man.
Yeah, he's having a great year. To be honest, I don't have anything to say. You're a fucking idiot. It's just that Jonathan Taylor was the better running back than him. So I kind of looked at the receivers and the running backs that I thought were the best, and then I just kept narrowing it down. And CMC, he's probably the second. He's probably the third guy I would give it to.
That's fair.
And then like Jamar Chase is probably the second receiver. And then I just picked out of Jonathan Taylor and JSN. And when I looked at all the numbers and the wins and everything, and I just thought, you know what? JSN does a lot of the work early in games when they need it. And not that Taylor doesn't, but it's just a different position. I feel like he's if they lost him, they'd be stuffed, JSN. If they lost Jonathan Taylor with that O-line and the way that team plays, I think they would still be able to match what he does to some extent. Not fully, but easier. They could match what he gives them. And Jason's, I think he's almost uncoverable. I think
he's very dynamic. There's no doubt about it.
I think he's been. I truly think he's been the best.
And then maybe if Nakua didn't get hurt, would be. In the
then Nakua was the one. His injuries killed him. Simple as that. And he's hurt again now. He hurt his ribs.
Well, apparently he's all good.
I think he might miss a week, but I think
I think if the game wasn't in hand, he could have come back in.
Really? So they're pretty happy.
McVay said that after the game. It's like, we held him out because we didn't need him.
No, that's fair.
And Devontae was cooking. So
they absolutely did not need him. So that brings us to me to MVP or Super Bowl first.
MVP.
My MVP for this season is Matthew Stafford from the LA Rams.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
So when I looked at there was plenty of guys to pick from. Mahomes came up and then he lost that game to the Bills, and that kind of tarnished him a little bit for me and played really poorly. He played worst game of the year.
Yep.
And then I looked at the teams that are winning. Darnold came up in my line because Darnold's been.
Why giggling? He's had a really good year.
Because it's just like how funny is Darnold that the Vikings let Darnold go and he's now an MVP.
Yeah, it was a KOC. It was all on Kevin O'Connor. It wasn't on Darnold. It was just Kevin O'Connell.
No, it's on Darnold. He's
pretty good.
He's a good football player. When it all came down to it, so Matthew Stafford he's throwing it basically 70% completion percentage.
Yep.
2,147 yards, 21 touchdowns. And here's the thing that made me put him over everyone else. 2 interceptions.
Yep.
With the rate he throws, they throw the ball on that team.
Yep.
The way he throws the ball deep, he's not just a dink and dime sort of guy.
No.
He's producing a high-level offense, and they're winning as well. They're all the key things. And then he's not turning the ball over, which we talked about today watching the Cowboys. Like, you just turn the ball over, you lose. It's pretty much as simple as that. Like, if you lose a turnover battle, you normally lose the game. And
the Rams doesn't turn the ball away.
Over. Yeah.
They're not in doubt. Like they stomp on teams, and that comes from the quarterback.
The 2 games they've lost are from the blocked kicks against the Eagles, which they'll be kicking themselves. They lost that game.
Yep.
And then the Kyron Williams fumble when he was going to run it in.
Against the Niners.
Against the Niners. That were the 2 games they lost. So really, block field goals. I know they're not turnovers, but they're disastrous plays. They're
Yes.
essentially plays you lose.
2 of them.
Yeah,
in a
it's-
1 point
It's the same
loss.
as I think.
Oh,
a
it ended up
fourth
being
down-
more, but
I think a failed fourth down conversion should go as a turnover to the defense. Personally,
Yeah.
it doesn't, and I think it should because that's the defense getting a turnover. It's called turnover on downs
Downs
for a reason.
That's
and
fair.
I think
That's fair.
I think a block kick should be the same because it's somewhere where you're going to get points and you now got nothing and you've lost field position because they get the ball back where they block
Yeah.
it and potentially a touchdown.
well, in
or something the other
fantasy,
way.
it's you get a point for a block.
Exactly. So I think if you look at the 2 games they've lost, they've had nothing to do with him, and he's as safe as houses with the ball.
Yep.
And they've had a fair bit of turnover on that offense this year with Devontae Adams coming in and Cup going out, offensive line turnover. And we said all preseason,
he was
as
hurt.
long as they've got Stafford, they're good.
But he was hurt.
Yeah, and
He missed. No. But like
but he didn't practice, and he's still
he
playing
didn't
that way.
practice. That's
he
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
need to practice there.
Well-
He's had that many reps. He doesn't need to practice.
And that's why he's good. That's why he's MVP. I think people need to start
The-
putting some more respect on Stafford's name.
He's like our generation's OG gunslinger.
Yeah. I also do you know what his career is going to remind me of when it's all said and done? Drew Brees. He'll be like, he was so good for so long, never won an MVP. He's up the top of a lot of the records for passing. He's won a Super Bowl, maybe more. They might win another one, but it's unlikely. It'd have to.
They're a
I think
chance
it would-
this year. Why would they be?
They're a chance this year, but just to say they're going to win one this year is
Yeah,
unlikely.
yeah,
Just
that's
'cause
fair.
on pure statistics, it's
Yeah.
unlikely. But I think he's.
This is wide open.
I think
man.
the fact that all preseason we were saying if he's there and he plays well and he's healthy, they're a great team. He's been healthy and he's played well, and they're a great team.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Potentially a snow game away from not winning last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know it's ifs and buts and whatever, but like we're talking about his
No, they
resume.
were a very good. They came closer to the Eagles than anyone else in that playoff run.
Yeah. So
Especially
like
the Chiefs.
the way that they
Gotcha.
played the game,
What about the Commanders? That was belt to ass. Don't
Fuck
worry
the
about that.
Commanders.
but like the elements were against the way that they play,
Yeah.
and they still held their own and went punch to punch.
Yeah.
So like if we could be in a reality where he could have won too.
Yeah.
No, the Rams are a fucking good team.
Yeah,
don't
absolutely
get
are.
it twisted. They're a fucking good team.
But when you asked me point blank if the Rams are better than Seattle, without blinking, I said yes, 100%.
Yeah.
When you guys play them, that'll be a good game.
Are
I
they
think
later in the year?
3 weeks time. 2 to
You
3
haven't
weeks.
played them yet, have you?
No, we've got 2 games at the end of the season, which is probably going
Yeah.
to shape the division
Be
and the
cool.
conference, to be honest.
It'll be
Yeah,
cool.
fair.
Be cool.
Fair.
All right, so they're my MVP. My last one was my Super Bowl prediction for who's going to play off in it, and I had the Bills, the Lions.
Oh, it's a
Ooh.
dream.
Bills versus the Lions.
There's no losers.
No, and the reason I had this right, there are so many. The NFL is wide open right now.
It is.
There's not a favorite. You can't tell me there's a favorite for either.
Oh, I try to get a number 1 ranked team.
Well, we joked about this because every top 4 team lost on the
Yeah.
weekend to, and the Eagles had a bye. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to buy.
like the 4 top teams, we had all lost games that we were like, do we actually know anything? Like, do
Yeah,
we know
yeah.
anything about football?
No.
So,
I sure as hell don't.
and I'm going on
Fair.
the most.
Dickheads.
I feel like Buffalo, especially how they played defensively against the Chiefs, they got a few guys back and they all of a sudden look. I know we joked like Milano's, he came back. They looked a lot better with him back. Bosa was back and played outstanding.
we'll talk about the game. But yeah, but fucking hell.
if you get that team doing that, I just think these teams are the most consistently well-rounded teams in NFL, and also it's a bit of it's their turn. Like
I
you know
think
what I mean?
there's
like
that-
it's really hard for teams to go back to Super Bowls and that, like the Chiefs and the Eagles. So they kind of instantly go, yeah, they very easily.
Where
could.
I agree.
Yeah.
And Eagles last year had a certain type of desperation that they don't have this year.
Mhm.
And it's not a shot on anyone or anything in particular, but they were gritty. They were scrappy. They were doing all of that. And it seems like that's dropped off 5%, where both these teams have lost a lot.
Yeah.
And they know that their window is
And I guarantee,
Clothing?
I don't know who the Lions play next week, but I think whoever they are is going to be in a world of hurt
Probably gonna
because
Yeah.
they are going to bounce back.
and
from
two
that loss.
very good coach teams,
Yeah,
which
that's-
goes a long way in
I
playoffs.
said these are just the 2 teams I think are the most consistent at this point of the season. That's what I'd roll with.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see how it plays out though. So that's my.
Having
awards,
said that,
boys.
though, this season is wide open.
It is.
Halfway through, it's wide open.
Who would have thought there was an NBA betting scheme and now the NFL's fallen in line?
Oh,
Just throwing
the
that
Bills-
out there.
So sorry, the Lions. Who are we looking at? The Lions play the Commanders
Oh.
in Washington.
Well, last time we said lambs to the slaughter, that didn't work out. So,
No, that's true. We'll talk about that game.
bet Mariota's cooked.
Yes, he is cooked. All right. Well, that's it for my awards. Let me know what I got wrong, what I got right.
Yeah, there's a couple in there that you could sort of maybe argue
Yeah.
for or against, but overall, not too bad.
No,
I think that was
there's-
pretty fair.
awards are a bit easier because there's so many good players to pick from. Like it's almost harder just to narrow one down because especially this year, there's been a lot of really productive players every year.
And obviously there's been teams that have been really hot then drop off. Like Robinson for the start of the year.
Yeah, well, I looked at Robinson. His last 2 weeks have just been dreadful.
Yeah,
like he was on track to break the scrimmage record.
Yep.
He was CJ2K's like total scrimmage record, and then the last 2 weeks, it's basically gone now. Like he would have to have 250 yards per game
Right.
to catch it, where it was only like 170 and he was doing it every week. You have 2 bad weeks, it's over.
Yep.
So like, and he could have easily turned it around, but I think defenses have really cottoned on to, well, they just want to dump it off to him every time. Let's just cover him and take our chances.
I'm pretty sure we were saying that week 3.
Yeah. And that's probably a good segue into the Falcons. So our first game we're going to look at is the Pats keep the winning streak alive over the Falcons.
Yeah, they've won. I heard a stat through the week. That's why I put that caption up. They've won like 9 in a row against
6.
the Falcons now.
Oh, they won 6 in a row this year.
The Patriots have
No. Patriots over the Falcons.
won
Dating
9 in a row.
back to like the 28-3
Oh,
comeback.
no.
Yeah, man.
The curse.
Yeah. So
This was a good game, though. Like, in fairness to Penix, he actually played quite well. Drake London was absolutely unreal.
see
9
that
catches.
catch he made over that guy. Like
He's unreal.
that DB did everything right
He's-
in the perfect spot. It's like, nope, I'm
He
going
is
to jump
really
over top of you.
he's accelerating into like top 10 receiver now this year. I feel like Drake London.
Definitely in the
He's just
conversation.
He's taken it just a big. He's going to that not that top class elite guys, but definitely that tier below easily now.
Nah,
Yeah.
I think he's definitely a top 10 receiver.
Definitely top 10.
Definitely.
Yeah, but not in the
saying-
top 5.
You always talk about like
He's not in the chase.
it's Chase and Jefferson are the always ones, and then CD's gone into it. AJ Brown at points have gone into it. Puka Nakua was going into it. JSN's probably going to jump into that.
Yeah, exactly.
That conversation this year.
He's below them.
Yeah.
but he's fantastic.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so big. He's three touchdown catches that really kept him alive because Bijan, again, as the Patriots, as Vrabel, a good coach will do, he'll just shut down what you want to do. It was just that Penix was able to play quite well in this game, and I think they got a defense. No, they got a couple of turnovers as well on Drake May. They had an interception, and then I think they forced a fumble on him as well,
Yeah.
which they almost ran back for a touchdown as well.
That's becoming Drake May's thing at the moment. It's just a little bit too careless.
Mm-hmm.
I love it as a fan of a gunslinger. I love a guy.
Don't change.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
ever
yeah.
change, Drake.
I love throw caution to the piss into the wind. I love it. But as if you're a coach of a team, you're probably not a fan.
No, but I get it though. Like if for a young player, you prefer him to be on the edge rather than timid because on the edge you can always wind it back a little bit. If he's too timid to try and get him to push the ball downfield, can be much more
Yes.
difficult.
Well, I mean, Josh Allen was the same, and he's obviously the tip of the pyramid, but he was careless with the ball.
Yeah.
And then they scaled it back a little bit, worked on a few things. It's like, hey, you don't have to win the game on every throw.
No, sometimes you can just win. You can win the drive, not
Yes.
the game.
And they just keep chalking up wins. They're 7-2. They're
Yeah.
leading the division.
And their record, I think their record, I saw that as the easiest record home. Run
Yes,
back
it is.
Yeah.
Well, they get the Dolphins. I think they get the Dolphins another. They either get the Dolphins or Jets twice still, and then
Right.
and then the other one once.
Must be the Dolphins that play the Jets, I think.
Yeah, I think they have to. I think
Okay.
they get the Dolphins twice.
So
still.
11 wins is looking good.
Oh, it's looking very good. Yeah. Like I said, look, the Falcons. I cannot work this team out
I can.
because they got
Do you want to know?
their fucking
They're
shit.
fucking shit.
But they bob up and they play like this was a good game. They could have almost won this game.
Yeah.
They missed an extra point, I'm pretty sure.
And a
That's why
field
it
goal.
wasn't tied. And a field goal. Like
Field goal, that's
they
right.
really played well enough to win, but it's just the little things they just let themselves down all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and they're playing like the two. In fairness to their two rookie DNs, they're
Played well.
They're actually playing quite well.
Yep.
Now I still wouldn't have traded up and given up next year's first round pick.
Well,
for 'em.
didn't Pace get the sack and then
And the other guy,
ran it
from
back for
Tennessee.
almost a tutty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He recovered it.
Yeah. So
Something happened on the return. I swear it was either I can't remember now. It was 2 days ago, so
Yeah.
a lifetime ago. But I feel like it was either blown dead
was
wrongly
yesterday.
or there was a penalty that stopped it going back for the touchdown.
no,
feel
I
like
think he got tackled.
I can't remember now. I remember being annoyed by it though. It might have just been annoyed that he didn't get back.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the Titans keeping it close against the
Yeah, we
LA
predicted a
Chargers.
blowout, but it wasn't the case at all.
Well, was this a matter of them winning the battle and losing the war? The
Yeah,
Chargers?
the big news is Joe Alt's out for the year.
Joel's out for the year, and
Yeah.
we've seen what it was like for 2 weeks without him. And it just like they can still be a good team without him, like a decent team
They
without
can
him.
be a bad team
But it
without him
changes
too.
your whole offense now. Like
Yeah,
we
man.
saw what they were like I think they won one game without him, or they won 2 games without him. And yeah, I can't
No.
remember.
They won 1, lost 3, I think.
Yeah, you might be right, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they
then-
went on. No, I think it was a two game skid, and then they beat.
Yeah.
They won that Thursday night game. Anyway, yeah, it's against the Vikings. Yeah.
Think Joel was
Alter
back
big
for-
out.
No.
Alter
He's
big out,
he's
man.
back for this week.
He's a big out. That's that really hurts their chances of
Well,
winning that division.
And
And
they've got
it's-
no other tackles. That's
I
the
was just
problem.
about to say, and it's not like you're going down to your second string because your second and third string are both hurt. You're going to your fourth string, and
Are they making calls for someone? Surely.
I would be shocked if there's not a trade move soon.
well, what team's got ample tackles that they're going to give away?
That's a
They
problem.
Then they're not there. That's
have
why.
to find a tackle that a team wants to get rid of, and predominantly they want to get rid of them because they're not very
Not
good
very
because
good.
they are a premium.
Yep.
Even a swing tackle, which is your third tackle that plays both.
Yep.
Even they're a premium in the NFL now. Teams don't want to give them up because they don't want to end up like the Chargers.
Yep.
They've lost their 2 starting tackles, their swing tackle, then they're back up at both tackles again.
Yep.
So they're in real trouble.
Agreed.
They're
Yeah.
down to like practice squad sort of operation.
Yeah, no, the Chargers are going to have that ad out on LinkedIn or Seek or whatever it was, looking for
James,
6'5".
Start working on your pass sets, man. Can we start working on some pass sets in the garage? I might get a call, bro.
It's smart. Yeah.
I might get a call at this point, and I'm
Yeah.
about 4
They
foot
might,
too
need,
short.
they might need all of us.
Yeah.
Might need to tape us all together and hope they can make one
I'll,
decent
I'll,
guy.
I'll play for free. I just want to keep the uniform.
I just want the helmet. That's
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine. We'll add it to the wall.
fine.
But you said it perfectly. Won the battle, lost the war. I think.
And then I don't want to shit on
Tennessee.
the Titans anymore.
The punt return and a kick return, or a pick six and a punt
pick
return.
pick six and a punt return.
Yeah.
Other than that, their offense was anemic. It
Yep.
was not good. And I don't think Cam Ward's a problem. I think he's a fine pick. I think he's going to end up being a good player. I think grading him on this year is very unfair. And plenty of quarterbacks have had way, way worse first years and we haven't graded them harshly. So
No,
I think there's no point. I think he's the future and they've got to just build around him now. But yeah, you had 14 of your 20 points from turnovers. Which-
Yep.
And then
turnovers, special teams. Yeah.
and then once the Chargers got going, it was just like, see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Joel got hurt and it all fell apart again.
Yep.
So I think I'm not that, it wasn't that close a game, if you know what I mean.
No,
It didn't
no,
feel
yeah.
that close in the game because
Yeah.
the offense couldn't score. All right, let's go to the Bengals who score 42 points and somehow lose the game.
That's crazy to me, man.
That's
Like that was such a wild ending to that game. Like unbelievable.
What were the Bears? The Bears are up 14 points or something with 5
in the
minutes left.
Yeah, yep.
And then they missed an extra point, the Bears. So then the Bengals got in front by a point. And it was just, all right, they've just got to get a field goal. And then Loveland goes 54 yards for a touchdown.
Bang, 3 plays later, touchdown.
Um,
Yeah.
We were a bit skeptical on Loveland the first couple of weeks. He was really struggling. I think there was like 2 weeks in a row where he didn't even get a catch. And he's gone off for 6 for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns.
T. Higgins had a hell of a game too. He was
Yeah, T.
fucking
Higgins was
everywhere,
good.
man.
And so was Chase. They were all good.
Yep.
Both offenses were unreal. The
Well, Flacco had 470 yards,
Wow.
career
He did
record.
too, yeah.
career high. Yep.
career high.
Yep.
It's only
4 tutties,
only
yeah.
40 yards. I think the record's 526 yards. He's only 50 yards off breaking the NFL
Wow.
record.
Yep. It goes overtime and he gets it.
Yeah, probably. He gets one more possession. He probably gets it on a deep ball.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think, yeah, Bengals, it's really disappointing for them because they've got great play out of Flacco. They've had injuries. They've traded for him. He's playing excellent, and they still can't win because they can't stop anyone
And-
scoring.
Unfortunately, what we've seen from Flacco is the highs are very high and the lows are very low.
Yeah.
And he's a roller coaster. So
Yeah, he's also 87 years old.
No,
Like, you
I'm
can't
not.
expect too
I'm
much out
not
of
holding it
him.
against him. I'm just saying that if you wanted to play serious football in December and January, you need to win these games when he's putting 42 on the board because there's going to be games he's going to put 17 or 14 on the board.
Yeah.
And from what we've seen from the Bengals, they will get fucking pants.
Yeah, they get blown out.
They're not even keeping. They're just not keeping their season alive for Burrow. Like at this point, what are they now? They're 3-6. Like they're done.
Yeah,
They're not making the playoffs.
yeah, no, not
There's no point bringing Burrow back this year
no. I've
unless
said
he's
it.
like fully healthy and he wants to.
I'm sneaky suspicious he's played his last game in a Bengals uniform.
Yeah, it's
Like
gonna
I'm sneaky suspicious.
be crazy. And then for the Bears, I don't know. They have their ups and downs. They're winning, which is good. This was by no means I wouldn't say it was a good
No, they
win.
looked good.
Offensively, it was
They
a good
looked
win.
good.
The offense looks unreal.
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway from the Bears this year is we wanted to see how Caleb Williams would develop with Ben Johnson. And so far, first few weeks was a bit hit and miss. Probably the first 3 weeks was a bit hit and miss.
Yep.
ever since that Cowboys game, they've looked pretty good together.
Yep.
They're working it out, and that's the big thing you want when you bring in an offensive guru, and you have a young quarterback, a first overall quarterback. That's what you want to see, and I think we've seen enough now to know.
Like I was saying today at the Sporting Globe, like it's always going to take time for Caleb because it's a completely new way of playing for him. It's no more of that hero ball running around making plays. It's the ball's got to go out quickly, on time, ahead of schedule. Like it's a completely different philosophy of playing the game for him that he's never had to do ever because he's always been the best fucking athlete wherever he goes.
Yeah, the best player in the field. Yeah,
that's what I mean. So like that's good. But yeah, what did you guys think about the Cincy players coming out after the game and talking shit about the defense and this and that? That's not.
I
it's not a good look.
genuinely thought it was AI.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought like the first time I
It
saw
was so bad, like it was so overt. You're like, oh fuck!
I thought it was AI.
Directly to the media, or was it just Jamar Chase like
Jamar
that
Chase
was in the huddle.
yelling, as he was walking down the race after the game. One of them was, speaking to the it's
Chase
bad.
Brown. Chase Brown, the running
Which
back.
it wasn't unfair. Don't get me wrong. But
I mean, the reporter asked him, like, what do you want him to say?
Yeah, well, what you say is, they'll work it out. I have faith in them.
Yeah.
It's a tough loss. They feel it as badly as we do. That's exactly what you say.
Yeah.
I said, hey, mate, they're in there.
To be fair, they've been saying that for 6 weeks now.
I know.
I've been saying it for fucking 3 years, mate.
Do you know what this is telling me? Zach Taylor's losing that building.
Yeah.
Of course he
If
is.
the players
No
are
one can
going and
survive
doing
this.
that sort of shit, it's over, man.
Mm.
You've lost respect to the players.
And you scapegoated the DC last year that I murder his name every time.
Lou Emin
Luke Romo.
And Arumo.
and Arumo. Where is he now?
He's playing. He's
The Colts?
coaching for someone, and he's coaching really well. I'm
Colts.
pretty sure it is the Colts.
Yeah, I can't remember. I saw it. It was yesterday.
No,
Yeah.
it's the Colts.
Colts, yeah.
Brilliant segue into the Steelers, who shut down the Colts.
What? Was this the shock of the week for you guys? Steelers, Colts?
A little bit, because I wasn't expecting this level of performance from the
What we've seen from
Steelers
this
defense, because they've been fucking dog shit in
Do
the
you
last
know
3 or
who
4
definitely
weeks.
listened to us on Sunday night and took it personally?
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt. Because we essentially said his best is behind him, and he must have had that in before the game with his Beats by Ray on and thought, fuck, I didn't actually mean to say that. Beats by Dre. And said, fuck those guys. I'm going to show them I still
Because
got
I
it.
was
It was
obviously,
unreal.
I was
Unreal.
watching the game, and it was like the Colts were up 7-0,
Yeah.
and they were driving to obviously score, and then Watt comes off the edge, sack, forces the fumble, and it's like, oh shit, these guys are on, and then they were just flying around.
Has there been
everywhere.
a better edge player ever at taking the ball away from a quarterback than TJ Watt? He just consistently, he just gets the ball out of the quarterback's hand.
His
And
brother was pretty good.
and he
rushes, he
Bosa.
rushes all the time from the face side of the quarterback. Like he's not even blindsided. He grabbed it. How many highlights can you think of a guy running up and hitting a guy in the chest and just pulling the ball out of his chest?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't. They're all TJ Watt. I'm
Or-
sure it happens, but not as consistently as he does.
Or just yoinking it out of his hand.
Yeah, just grabs it.
Yeah.
Like it's like he doesn't even try and tackle. It's like,
Yep.
break my tackle. I'm grabbing the ball. If you
Yep.
move your hand, the ball's
He
coming
had,
out.
had a hell of a game. The whole
He did.
defense had a hell of a game, and the offense just did what they needed to do.
I'm saying,
This
man,
was my issue with the Colts, that I felt like they were always susceptible to something like this.
6 turnovers in this game, and not all of them were Indiana Jones' fault. Like
No.
a
Dude,
couple-
he was getting absolutely fucking
he was getting
hammered, man.
annihilated, which is this Colts.
How many times they
offensive-
sack him? I think, was it 5 sacks or 6
Yeah,
sacks?
I believe so. Five sacks.
Yeah. And he probably got hit another fucking 10.
Yeah, he was. He
Like,
was.
he
what,
got absolutely hammered.
I can actually give you that too. He was hit 6 times and sacked 5. So the hits don't actually count as a sack.
No.
Once you get a sack, the hits
Yeah.
it doesn't count as a hit. It just goes as a sack. So he was hit or sacked 11 times in how many dropbacks did he have?
50.
50. It's still a lot.
That's 20%. 20% of the time he dropped back, he got hit.
It's a lot.
Fuck, dude.
And then they couldn't run the ball well at all. And then it just kind of was a bad. I don't feel any differently about the Colts before or after.
I
this
don't
game
feel
as a
any
team.
differently about both these teams.
No, I'm the same. I think
Mm.
I want to give Rodgers his flowers still. Like, good on him, man.
No, he's playing well.
still
He's
playing
fine. He's doing fine.
So consistent.
I think if this level of play continues, he'll be
Scotty
back.
hates Aaron Rodgers.
No, he threw for 200 yards with all
Nah.
these turnovers and less than 6 yards per attempt.
But that's what I mean. He's just doing what
He
he,
didn't
has
throw
to
the
do.
game away.
Yeah,
He
and
didn't
that's,
throw the
that's,
game away.
that's half
Cool.
the battle for most of these teams.
Fair.
Most quarterbacks, half the battle is not throwing the game away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if Danny Jones doesn't fumble on that first play when they're up 7-0, They probably score on that drive and it's 14-0 and the game's fucking over. They get in front of the sticks, they run the shit out of the ball, and the Steelers are like, oh well, we're done.
Because that point, like you could see, it was a turning point. They had their tails up after that. Yeah.
So like the turnovers matter, and when a quarterback doesn't turn the ball over, he's accurate. Like he's 25 of 35, so that's 70% completion.
Yeah,
he's accurate. He doesn't make dumb decisions. I don't know. I just think he's playing really well. I'm happy. If this is his last season,
no, I don't think
I'm happy it's now. Well,
I think he'll play on. I think he'll
I'm
play
just
on.
happy he's got that Jet stink.
I think really well is probably overstating it. He's
No,
not the top 10 quarterback. In the league.
Nowhere near that. He's
Okay, well,
but do you grade veteran quarterbacks differently than top 10s? Like, it's going to be hard for him physically to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL just because he's.
What's Joe Flacco doing?
42, yeah.
Joe Flacco's not a top 10 quarterback. You said yourself just before.
No, but
he's
Joe
gonna have
Flacco-
a game where he throws for 100 yards and 3 picks.
but Joe Flacco threw for 470 yards. It's not his
Yeah, but
fault.
he's
He
not
lost.
fucking Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, mate.
He's got DK and
It's not.
DK.
That's
DK,
that's not that kind of.
Darnell
Offense. It's not that
Washington?
kind of offense anyway.
no, but yeah,
I don't know. I think
fine.
Rodgers
He's
deserves
fine.
some. He's put some respect back on his name.
No, I think he's been. I definitely.
I
Agree.
don't think he's the best quarterback in the league. I just think that he's doing a good job for this team. And they're 5-2. They're 5-3. Sorry, is that 5-3?
yeah, 5-3.
They're 5-3, and they've got the Ravens. I know that the Ravens are getting hot and all that sort of
I was
stuff.
just
so,
checking who the Steelers have got next week.
who they got.
I'm going to find out.
While we're doing that, I want to play. While I mentioned the Ravens, and before I forget, our good man Jer sent me in
Shout
out.
his clip, which I added.
We're going
to-
into dangerous
Where
territory.
We'll read
No,
the
well,
message
yeah.
that we had for you after the Ravens win, because the other one is a bit outdated with some of the info that was in it. Good win, good play by both sides of the ball. Good to see.
I think that's going to come
Good
through.
performance by both. Still
You start
believe
that
that
again.
this could be Harbaugh's last season.
Hope so.
Start again,
Still
Jer.
quite a few mistakes made, especially by the defense. Obviously, he's not a defense coordinator, but it's the same mistakes that we've been seeing for a couple of years, and he's the only thing that has really been a constant there. Good to see Lamar back with the 10 days rest. Hopefully he'll be better for the rest of the season. Slightly disappointing to see how good this Ravens team can be when it's humming. It hasn't really hummed this well since the Browns game, but as we all know, the Browns are now a complete and utter dumpster fire of an organisation. And that means nothing to nobody. Gents, have a good week. Speak to you soon.
Shout out to
Shout
Jer.
you, Jer. I'm not sure if that first bit played, but it wouldn't restart it. But
So the
yeah.
Colts have got the Falcons at home. I should touch them up pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Should, yeah.
And the Steelers have got the Chargers in LA
So they'll probably roll into that as favourites with the injuries.
with the injuries. That's it'll be very close line.
I Chargers will beat them, personally.
Well, not with an O line. And if we get a little bit,
Watt,
yeah.
Yeah, it's fair. TJ Watt's back. It's in big trouble.
Who we got
Uh,
next?
We've got the Broncos scrape past the Texans, and Stroud leaves the game early.
Yeah,
That's probably the game.
yeah.
Houston probably win that. And like it's ifs and buts and all of that. But if your offense they kick 5 field goals and your starting quarterback goes out, you'd assume that at least one of those drives go to a touchdown and they win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mills was not very good.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
if Davis
Well,
Mills
a
is
couple of good throws,
taking meaningful snaps, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is the issue, right? This is my message for the Broncos offense. You don't get to play the Giants and the Cowboys every week.
Mm.
You're gonna have to do, because this is what we've seen from them, right? They play the crap defenses. They annihilate them because Peyton schemes it all up perfectly, and no one stops his scheme because they haven't got the cattle to do it.
Yeah,
As soon as there's a team that can actually go, all right, this is what they're going to try and do. This is how we're going to stop it, and have the players to stop it. Bo Nix struggles. It's as simple as that. And I like Bo Nix. I like him a lot, but he is kind of becoming a bit of a crap team merchant. Like, he's successful against really shitty
that's
teams.
fair.
And then
Is he?
when he plays a good team, like Josh Allen rarely plays really bad against a good defense. He's actually, his best games are normally against good defenses. Lamar's similar unless it's a playoff game, but they play
Shots.
Well, so actually, Josh Allen's the same unless it's against the Chiefs in the playoff game. But actually, his playoffs are unreal. I'm taking it back. It's just Lamar. I'm taking
Oh,
shots
Lamar's pretty good in the playoffs as well.
in times. But there's against good defenses, the best quarterbacks tend to step up their game and take the game over more and be a bigger part of the game.
we're not putting Nix in the same category as fucking Lamar. And
No, but there
In
are,
his second year.
there are people that think Nix
In his-
is a really, really good quarterback. I'm
Nah,
just saying that just
I don't think.
temper your expectations with him. He's
I don't
not
think
top
people-
10. He's probably not a top 15
No,
quarterback.
I
at
don't
this
think people
point.
think that. Like,
Man, They definitely do. We had these arguments with people all last year that thought he was a top 10 quarterback already.
I mean, they came home with a tailwind. Obviously, they scored the bulk of their points late to come back and win the game. So
that's fair. But against the Texans offense that literally could do nothing.
Yeah.
I think if Stroud plays, the Texans win this game.
Yep.
And the unfortunate fact is that they've lost now.
And
What are they, 3-5? It's not over for them. They still get the Colts twice, but Stroud will miss next week from concussion protocol. What
did you think of the hit?
fair.
I thought it was fair too.
I thought it was fair.
It looked like he hit him in the chest.
It was an awkward slide. He definitely hit him in the chest.
Did you think that Stroud slid late? Because
No, I think it was just an awkward slide.
Here's my issue with the hit. I don't care. I didn't really care when Shazier hit I think it was Lawrence last year.
That was worse than
and
this
almost
one.
knocked him out. But he was flagged and suspended, right?
That was worse.
My issue with this is, and D'Amico Ryans, I thought, articulated this perfectly without being an asshole in his post-game press conference, where he said, I don't understand how every time a quarterback slides and you touch them, there's a penalty. He's like, I'm not saying he did it on purpose. I'm not saying they tried to injure him. The injuries are very unfortunate and it sucks, right?
He had a different...
But how does a flag get picked up on that when every single fucking time we see that happen, there's a flag? So how do you not get a flag for it? I said, did it affect the game?
Because the concussion was him hitting the ground.
Yeah, his back of his head.
The hit was still late. He slid and he hit him late. They call that every single time a quarterback slides. It's my pet peeve, and they haven't changed it this year. So why? I could understand why D'Amico Ryans is so pissed off because he copped all that shit last year for defending Shahir, which was wrong. Like he did the wrong thing and he was penalized for it. But then the one time it happens to his quarterback, they literally picked the flag back up.
Yeah, they picked it up.
But these are two completely different instances of the same thing.
Once the quarterback slides, you can't touch it. We know that. So why was it okay in this situation?
Because Shahir had another step before the slide.
That's what I'm saying.
Hit him up high.
That's what I'm thinking. Stroud slid late. That's what I'm kind of saying. It kind of looked like
I think
a late
it was an
slide.
awkward slide, but he also didn't protect himself.
The hit wasn't as vicious as what it should see. But
the way Shazier hit Lawrence, it was like he was trying to hurt him.
Yes, but this is the inconsistencies in the reffing that does my head in.
Well, we can talk about the reffing.
Like a quarterback gets slapped in the head when he's trying to hit the ball. He just brushes his head and they flag him. That's a flag. If you're going to flag it.
Yeah.
Like, it shits me to tears why they just decide they all get together and go, oh, actually, you know what? No, you put his head on the ground. Let's pick the flag up.
You know the easiest way?
I was the coach.
The easiest way and how the rules should be enforced.
It's
If you're outside of the pocket and running, you are now a running player, and you get all the rules and responsibilities that a running back, a tight end, or a wide receiver get.
Yep. So
if you don't want to get hit, get down early.
I agree. I reckon they should scrap it.
That's how it should be.
I think they should scrap that rule altogether. Once the quarterback runs past the line of scrimmage and he's a runner, it's over. He is now a receiver. Unless he gets speared in the back of the head, like it's like.
Problem is they don't want fucking quarterbacks getting lit up. That's the problem.
Well, slide early.
That's stupid. Then coach him. You know, like how many times have we seen Prescott run today? He didn't slide once. He was open slather. Yeah, he just wiggled and made a go. But he took
you say he's open slather, but if he gets one of those fucking hits with the safety coming in hot, they'll get flagged for it.
And then you know what?
Would they though?
Yes.
Well, they shouldn't. They shouldn't though.
But they would.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I mean.
Well, then James is right. Then
it's just an inconsistent, stupid rule, and I'm sick of it. Either put it back on the quarterback to slide early.
Yep.
Or say, hey.
You're running out, and if you get lit up, it's your problem.
Receivers can't slide that late and then get hit because receivers sometimes just go, I don't want to get smacked by four guys. I'm going to go down, and they still come up and grab it.
Yeah.
So why is it it just shits me because it's the quarterback, and it does my head in, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these inconsistencies.
The reason why the rule is there because one team lost because it was a quarterback.
Which one?
Today,
the Texans.
The Texans.
Yeah.
That's why the rules.
I thought they meant I thought it was like in the past.
Yeah.
No. I watched a lot of this game, and there were two different teams.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And the irony
of the Texans were fucking playing really well with Stroud.
And that proves my point altogether. The irony, you just said the team lost. They brought in that rule for that, and then they didn't even call it when they're supposed to.
Yeah.
That's my point. I don't like the rule, but that's the opinion.
But my point was more that why they call it for the quarterbacks, if a safety came in and smacked Dak.
Yeah.
Because it is impacting the game on a far higher level than what it would be for.
That's what I'm kind of saying, just to put a button on this. Surely if you're a coach, you're telling your quarterback, get down, slide early, or just get out of bounds. Fuck, man.
Well, if you look at the percentage of all the hits, there's probably only a very, very small percentage of hits that's that clean.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Now let's talk about these next two games because these two games are big boil overs, both of them.
Vikings come in and smack the bottoms of the Detroit Lions.
This
Um,
Brian Flores needs to have a statue outside of Minnesota Stadium after this game.
I thought I was watching, like, looking at my fantasy scores. I didn't think Jameer Gibbs was playing at one point. Like, he's even not playing in this game.
Yeah.
No, he did. They did very well. They shut them down for pretty much the entire first half. Built a bit of a lead.
The defense finally played a full, complete game. They haven't
Yeah.
been that good this year. They turned it up in the division, and they just pants the Lions. The Lions just could not get their game plan running.
No.
And with all that being said, they still were in it the whole game. That's how good they are.
That's
like,
how good they are, yeah.
They are like that. You know, we said that the Washington game was their worst game. They were in that. This is the exact same thing. They played poorly.
Yeah.
The defense was just had them in fits, and they're still in it the whole game.
Yeah, it's true. How do we feel about JJ McCarthy?
He looked okay. I thought he looked okay. It's his third fucking game.
Okay, it's fair. He was okay. He was.
It's his third game.
The people coming out, the Vikings fans coming out and saying, "Keep your quarterback's name out your mouth."
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Like, calm down.
He had 140 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Like, he looked okay. He just looked okay. Like he
rushed a touchdown as well. So
we all judge him too harshly because he's on a good team.
Yeah, it's
like
fair.
You need to just temper your expectations. His third fucking game, chill out. Like no one's judging Cam Ward after his third game anywhere near as harshly as what we're judging McCarthy.
I think the reason
because we know he's
not throwing to Jay Jetters, Addison.
That's what I'm saying.
Hawkinson.
Because he's on a good team, you're judging him more harshly. And I'm not saying that you need not to, but just give the kid
But
a break.
also, they're not doing no favors when the national media is pumping him up like he's the fucking best thing ever.
Yeah, but that's not the Vikings' fault.
Their social media is doing it.
No,
And
the reason I
Well, what do you want them to do? Is tell everyone that their starting quarterback that they use a fucking first round pick on's terrible. Like, what do
no,
want
but
them
like
to do,
you
Scott?
can't fuel the fire, and then when he sucks, be like, oh, it's only his second game. You just don't do anything.
And also, the
yourself.
reason I'm holding him to such a probably an unfair accountability, right, in his third game, is because they fucking walked away from Sam Darnold.
Yeah, well, that's not his fault. That's not his fault.
That's not his fault. But I'm holding
That's an organizational issue.
I just said he played okay, but I'm not getting excited about it. I didn't watch him and think, wow, this kid's the next big thing.
No.
He looked fine. And the bottom line is that when you walk away from what Darnold is now doing and did for you last year, you get held to a higher account. Like when you take over from a quarterback, you're going to be held to a higher level.
Also, he's in the system for a whole year.
Yeah.
And
he's
getting talked about like Caleb Williams. Yeah. Okay, he's injured, but he's in all the team meetings. He's getting every mental aspect.
He's getting every mental rep, but mental
he's
reps
traveling
and
with the
actual
team.
first team reps are
He
different.
learns the business of the NFL way more. He's on fucking step 5 when Cam Ward's on -2. And you're saying, oh, they get compared to the same. Well, they're not. He's getting talked about like how Caleb Williams was and Stroud and Daniels. He's getting talked up there and he's not producing like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what I'm saying is he can't control any of that.
No, that's fine.
Don't judge him because of that. He's not out there controlling narratives. He's just trying to fucking learn how to play football in the NFL, bro. That was his first fucking game on a Sunday in the NFL. Like, chill
really?
out. Yes, mate. It was
Against
his
Detroit.
first game on a Sunday
Against
in
Detroit.
Detroit.
I
Chill
agree. He played
out.
fine.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm just
Everyone needs
sick
to chill out.
I'm sick of people just sucking him off because he's had now.
All you
game.
do is suck off the fucking Jordan Love, which we'll talk about next.
Yeah, he's
So-
good. Jordan Love's
No,
Jordan
he's not.
Love.
He fucking had a horrible game. He was
He's
terrible.
much better than JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, all right, mate. But that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone just chill out on
Yeah,
McCarthy.
that's fine.
They had a good win.
Are we
They've
worried
kept-
about the Lions?
They've kept their season alive. No, I'm not worried about the Lions because they're just too talented.
Yeah.
But for the Vikings, that was almost a win or go home game.
Yeah,
season
it was.
wise.
Yeah.
It was a very, very, very important game
And
for
what
them.
puts
Keep the
them
season
to-
alive.
Puts them to
They're 4-4.
That division now, I think Green Bay is 5-2-1. Lions are 5-3. Bears are 5-3, and
The
Vikings are 4-4.
Yeah.
So that division's alive.
It is.
Yep.
It's a hot division. It's good fun. I like when the divisions are close. All right, let's go to Panthers beat the elite Packers.
They are elite.
No, they're not. They're not fucking elite at all.
Why do you hate them so bad?
I didn't hate them. I just don't think they're elite. I'm not saying.
Can I? Obviously, you're going to fire shots, so I want to go in first. Carolina's good. Carolina, like we're high on. We were both. Me and Jay were both high on Carolina as a frisky team.
Yeah.
They're good.
Defensively, they played.
Kraft went out in just late in the first quarter, and Golden got hurt. They're your two best players that you game plan with get hurt. Now, how would if I flick it and
Mate,
it's not shot?
You're not going to seriously sit there and tell me that these are the reasons why they lost to the Carolina Panthers at home.
Why do you
in
play
Lambeau.
like Carolina Panthers like that? What the Carolina Panthers are? They're 5-4.
We're not seriously putting them on the same level as Green Bay, are we? He
No,
had
we're
them number
not.
one last week. Where'd you have Where'd you have Panthers ranked
We're
last
not.
week?
We're
in
not
your
putting them
power
on the
rankings?
same pedestal.
Where did you have them ranked on your power rankings?
Oh, I don't even-
16 or 15?
No, I think it was lower than that. It was in the 20s.
Definitely wasn't.
Nah,
They're
I
a
don't
4-win
think so.
team. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think that Scotty's right. Tucker Kraft getting hurt, kills.
That's actually a massive out. And he's
I
out for
think
the
he's
year.
out
He's
for
the best tight end in the year.
and
Yeah.
then the I agree. They did not correlate to the weather. They didn't adjust to the weather.
No, they didn't.
That's what I was going to talk
Wrong.
about.
Yeah.
But I think that's more a coaching. I think that's where LaFleur let this team down a little bit. And then
Well, maybe Love didn't hit the right read and he was going for the bomb.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we don't know.
Which,
We don't
which,
know. Yeah,
which
we
I,
don't know.
I believe he would have, because that's like sort of
But
player.
then in the second half, Green Bay played. I feel like they played a lot better. Like they didn't score as much, but they played a lot
They
better.
did. Yeah.
But
They scored one touchdown. The whole
yeah,
second half. Like,
but I thought they were better in this. I think the
They-
touchdown was in like the last 2 minutes as well.
yeah,
To tie it up.
they had on paper they had no business losing this game. They should have
No,
won
I
this
don't
game by
think
2
so.
scores.
No, that's probably fair. I don't think Carolina are that bad.
No, I'm not saying they're that bad. But what I'm saying is, if you're talking about Green Bay being an elite team, they needed to win this game. This game should have been over at halftime. Should have been up by 2 scores at halftime.
That just doesn't happen in the NFL that often. Like these guys aren't the Titans.
Scotty had him number 1, mate. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and he had the Chargers number 8, and the Chargers almost lost to the Titans.
13.
They had him 30.
No,
They almost lost to the They almost lost to the Titans, who were 32.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
won the game though, mate.
Yeah,
They
well,
won the game and they lost their starting left tackle.
But- All right. Let's not just keep going around the roundabout. But
Bri-
if any team,
Bryce Young completed
Hang on.
11
We've
passes
heard-
for 100 yards,
we've
and
heard,
they won the game.
yeah, well, they run the ball.
You had no business putting Green Bay at number 1.
No, but
They
if
reckon
any
it down.
team, it doesn't matter what team it is. If you lose your 2 of your 3 best offensive players, you're not going to win that game during the game because
Oh,
you game plan all week. You're smart enough to know that this is right.
yeah,
if-
I'm not a good disagreement.
Okay,
You've
how
got-
would
you've gotta
the
have
Eagles go?
something. You've gotta
Hang
have
on,
a
hang
plan
on.
B.
How would the Eagles go if Saquon and AJ Brown went out in the first quarter? I'm guessing poorly.
I still think we would be good enough to beat Panthers at home.
maybe.
Maybe we'll never know.
This is what changes games, though. Like,
Yeah.
This is what impacts the game.
And all 4 of the best teams that I put in the ranking fucking lost because it's so close.
Yeah.
And the good teams are losing to bad teams.
They had no business losing this game.
No, that's probably fair. And they're probably going to they're going to kick themselves that they lost to this team and that they tied with the Cowboys, and it will probably affect them getting a top seed. But I'm not ready to say just because they lost a week 8 game to the Panthers that
That they're the
shit
shittest
team.
team.
No, I didn't say they're shit.
So
I
where do you
just-
think they are?
No. As I said before,
They're just not elite.
they're not the number 1 team. They
No,
should have
that's
been
And
5.
I'm sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you were doing the
No,
rankings
then-
this week, would you have them at number 1?
100%.
That's just
100%.
That's just you being a goose. That's just you being a goose.
100%. And when they beat the Eagles next week,
Oh yeah,
they-
we're
they
gonna beat the Eagles. Eagles are gonna fucking run it up their ass.
you'd want to hope so. I'm just saying
we
you'd want to
will.
hope.
We fucking will.
Well,
Don't you worry. We
You'd
are
wanna hope.
absolutely gonna run it down their throat, mate. After that performance, Love fucking sucks.
you
mate.
guys lost the Giants.
And Jair Alexander's come in, and you watch his first
Right,
game.
third-
His first game for the Eagles is going to be against the Packers in Lambeau, and he's going to fucking have
he's
an
on his third
awesome
team
game.
in 4 months, so that's a good sign of a good player.
It's an excellent sign. It means we got him cheap.
Oh,
I can
Righto.
agree that Jerry Alexander is going to somehow change the game next week.
Oh,
definitely.
Write it in. The script writer's already working on it.
We'll talk about this Sunday night. We do our preview. show.
Yeah, love it.
But yeah, in fairness, like it's a very disappointing loss for Green.
This is a massive.
Oh,
blow.
100%.
They had no business
like,
losing this game.
But
I'll
I-
stop taking the piss, but like 100%, a fucking really good team should beat a frisky team.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's Panthers or whoever. They're frisky and they're good enough to win games. in the
Panthers,
NFL.
yeah, they are very frisky,
and an elite team should beat them, and they didn't.
and they
But
didn't.
the top 4 teams didn't get wins.
Can the Panthers win the South with the Bucks injuries and stuff? Do you think there's any chance they can do it?
Oh, I'm not ready to bet against Baker.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm not ready to bet on Hobbit Boy.
No, he didn't play very well this game. He was fine, but he didn't like I said.
Shout out to Rico Dowdle though. He's having a great year.
Yeah.
I love Rico.
Yeah.
Dowdle.
I know
He's
you
so
do.
good. All right. The next game, Allen shines in his big win over the Chiefs. Allen didn't beat the Bills.
No,
He won it for them.
he
So
won
that's
for
my
them.
bad.
Yeah. So he had an unbelievable game. He was as close to perfect as you could possibly get.
Yeah. He was
Numbers
very
wise,
good.
eye test wise, performance wise.
Against a good defense too. Like,
Against
just
an
in
in case
excellent
they're a
defense.
good defense.
They are. Yeah.
James Cook had a hell of a game. He was
Yeah.
running it really consistently. And yeah, Mahomes
fantastic
fucking
kick.
stunk. He stunk it up. He was awful, bro.
So
And that pick at the end of the game too, like that was just a shit throw.
couple of fun
Terrible.
facts on Mahomes in this game. It was, I believe, his worst completion percentage of his career. It was under 50%. He's 15 of 34.
Yep.
He has never been hit this many times in a game.
Was it
That in-
14 times or
Yep,
something?
that include. I can
Yeah,
tell
I
you,
think it was 15. I think it was 15 hits. Yeah.
15 quarterback hits and 3 sacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joey Bosa.
So he's never
turning
been
back the
been
clock.
hit that many times, and that includes the Super Bowl where both his tackles didn't play and Tampa Bay
Yeah,
Bucks
yeah,
just hammered him.
And the Eagles too. We
And-
hammered him as well.
In
Yeah,
fairness,
he
he
was
had 3 starting linemen out as well.
Yes,
That,
yeah.
that I know you're going to say, oh, that's excuses, but that is a fucking huge thing. When we say that
Absolutely.
about Herbert, we need to say it about Mahomes.
Yeah.
It's just what the Bills did well was they didn't let him get in, and then it was the worst third down conversion they've ever had.
Yeah, he
With Mahomes.
had no rhythm.
And they didn't get him. They didn't let it. Everything was third and long.
Yep.
Even like they got that 4th and 17.
It was fourth and
conversion.
that's what I was going to say. Like,
Rasheed Rice.
the score line is actually very flattering for
Yeah.
the Chiefs because that's what it took to continue that drive to then score
Yep.
that last touchdown. There was a 4th and
Have
17.
you seen all the
conversion.
people calling the NFL rigged because of Joey Bosa on that play? Because what Joey Bosa goes unblocked, and then he takes about 5 steps. Mahomes is probably 5 yards away from him.
Oh yeah, and
10
he
yards
stepped
away
up
from
and
him.
thought it was a screen.
And he
yeah.
stops and boots to go back to the running back because he thinks the tackles let him. He's beaten the tackle so clean that he thinks it's a screen.
Yeah.
And goes to run back. But it was actually a very good, it was on the 4th and 17. It was a
Yeah.
very good play because the right guard
Yeah.
pulls
Pulls,
across and
To
picks
smoke
up
him.
the pass set.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he turns around to go back and then realizes, oh, shit, it's on a screen. The tackle's blocking another lineman.
Yeah.
And then turns back around and Trey Smith is standing like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm here. And then we're like, oh no, the NFL's rigged. They told Bosa he wasn't allowed to rush. It's like,
Nah,
That's just
how
enough.
it goes.
Yeah, that's the downfall of social media.
Oh,
There's
it was so-
fucking
I
any
wasn't, it
moron
was just
can have an
hilarious
opinion.
watching this guy. I watched
do you
this
agree
guy-
that the score line's flattering?
Yes, the Bills should have won by more.
Yeah.
If you look at every part of that game, the Bills actually let themselves down a little bit by not winning by more, in my
Yeah.
opinion. And that's what they've got to kind of get out of their game because that was, if they get them in the playoffs, which is becoming a bit more of an if now than it ever was, if they get the Chiefs getting in the playoffs, these are the bullshit games that Mahomes will find a way to come and win.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
and he almost did.
he had a chance to tie it up. It
Yeah.
was 2 Hail Mary attempts.
Yeah,
Like,
like, if he'd scored and they'd won, we'd be sitting here going, how the hell did Buffalo lose that game?
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you have a guy like Mahomes. But
Yep.
Shout out to the Bills defense. That was basically the best performance the defense has had against Patrick Mahomes in his career.
Yep.
And Joey Bosa,
with the
unreal.
Eagles in the Super Bowl. I'll say it for George.
No, the Eagles are on another level. That mate, they didn't get across half line until almost fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm just saying passing wise,
Yeah.
like that was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think the late in that game, Mahomes made that look a little
against the
prettier.
Eagles, playing against our third
Who had to
stringers.
play the
Yeah,
backup.
you're right. Yeah,
I think they had Kenny Pickett at safety at one point, just for shits and giggles.
shout outs,
But hey,
small hands.
shout out to the Bills, man. They needed. They
needed this win too,
Yeah,
division wise and standings wise.
And exactly like that, they lost the Patriots and they beat up on a couple of, or they lost the Patriots and the Falcons. Then
Beat up on the
then
Panthers.
Pumps the Panthers, and we're like, are they back? Are they back? They're back.
Nah, they're
Like,
back.
that was their best. And Dalton Kincaid, man, he was. Funnily enough, he was missing against the Patriots and
Yeah.
the Falcons. He made a fair bit of a difference.
He's so important. You can't underestimate how
Well, he's
important.
Alan's talking about how he's saying he's like the offense like runs through Kincaid. Like,
100% what it does.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole scheme's run through. It's him and Knox, in fairness, as well. Knox
Well-
is a smaller part.
But like they had Knox, and Knox was an ascending tight end, a young tight end, and like, oh no, we need this guy to replace him before he even got to his prime. That's how highly they thought of Kincaid.
Yeah. And you know what? I think Kincaid's the most important player on that team with James Cook, other than Josh Allen, obviously.
Sure.
But past quarterback, it's Cook and Kincaid. When they play well, they just win.
And Milano
Milano,
on the other side of the ball.
He's so good. So I just hope he can, fingers crossed, toes crossed, touch wood, anything you want to touch. Just George, calm down. Just Milano doesn't get hurt again.
Well, yeah. If those 3, I was going to say support players, but they're way better than that. If those 3 players can stay healthy your predictions right on.
Yeah, I think so. I think this
Yeah.
made me feel pretty good about him. Last game we're going to go through was the Seahawks putting belt to ass on the Commanders, or as George had it, I'll read out what he said because it's very funny. Seahawks smack Commanders as Daniel Fold.
Folds. Those Daniels folds, poor bastard.
I know you got something to say about.
So, I mean, we spoke about it before. Like, a lot of this is just the fact that he's just too fucking small.
Oh,
Like, he's just getting ragdolled by NFL players.
And
Like,
that was my thing on him the entire time through the drafts last year, even the hamstring injury this year. He got hit in the waist, and the momentum of another adult pushed him back enough for him.
I like that adult.
When
is
you say
very
it like
funny.
that, it sounds
No,
so
because
pathetic.
he's so fucking small. He's Scott's right, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and it pushed him back, and he tweaked his hammy. And this tackle, I've seen some things online. It's like, oh, you got to protect. He just, a grown man just threw him to the ground.
And he was trying to run with it still. Like
Yeah.
the guy hit him and was stopping him, and then he kept trying to run, and he went,
And he
"All
took,
right,
all right, I'll
let's
just
see
I'll
him."
just pick you up and
See you, buddy.
fucking
Game on.
ragdoll you.
and
Yeah.
unfortunately didn't tuck his arm in. And it is a fucking terrible injury.
And it sucks.
As a dislocated elbow, it could come back maybe, but
The season's over.
it's
They're 3-6. It's over.
yeah.
Just,
And-
just,
and
just
it's-
go to the school.
Sorry.
And it's a bit of a damper because Seattle absolutely fucking pants him all day.
Yeah, no, they beat the shit out of him.
Darnold was 18 for 18 at halftime. And then his first pass of the second half was it picked off his first pass?
No, it was a contested ball to JSN that JSN probably would catch 9 times out of 10, but it was
That's and then-
just slightly underthrown.
at the end of the game, the girl on the field was like, "So what happened with the streak? Did anyone bring it up at halftime?" And he was like, "Yeah, I won't name his name."
Yeah.
Some idiot. The second we walked into the rooms at halftime was like, "Do you know you're 18 for 18?" He was like, "Damn it! what movie is that from?" It's like, Bull Durham. You don't
Yeah,
bring up the
you bring
streak.
up the streak,
Yeah.
It's like when it pictures on a perfect game, you don't say, "Hey, you know you're on a perfect game."
Shout out to Bull Durham. That's a good movie.
Great movie.
Susan Sarandon. She's
Oh, thank you.
woke
Are
show.
you in my mind?
Oh yeah.
Damn, girl.
Well, the take I wanted to speak about this.
Yep.
A lot of people on a lot of like social media platforms are saying that, oh, why was Daniels even in the game at that point? Because they were down 38-7 at that point with however many minutes left to go. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about is that this isn't the NBA.
Yes.
This isn't load management. This isn't, we'll come out in the fourth quarter because we're down by 20 points and we'll just leave our starters on the bench. Like, this is a fucking NFL. Like, and the other thing is as well, Dan Quinn is there for a reason. He's there to establish a winning culture.
Yep.
Like, you pulling your starting quarterback at 3-quarter time because you're down 38 or 38-7 at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Like, what message are you sending to your players? You're sending a message that, yeah, it's okay to quit. Like, no,
I think
you got to leave your fucking guy out there, and you got to just fucking grit it out, and you got to get your teeth kicked in and learn from it and deal with it, and
Maybe
then
he
move on
makes
to
a
next
couple
week.
of plays as well that then helps them down the track.
No.
Like,
I think
you know what
I don't believe that. Potentially with another team in another situation, but not this game. This game was out of hand.
I'm not saying to win. Maybe they run a play that works really well and it works, and then they go in 3 weeks' time in a close
Sure,
game, they run it.
potentially, yeah,
You know what I mean?
potentially.
And they realize, oh, that worked well.
I think
He's a starting quarterback. He plays.
Like, if you're healthy, you got to play. Like, this isn't the fucking NBA where you just like sick guys and pull guys out. Different if you're ahead by 3 or 4 scores that late in the game,
Yeah.
you can pull your guys. That's a different mindset. That's a different mentality. That's like what they do with what the Bills do with Josh Allen. We'll just pull him out. There's no need for him to be here. The game's in hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
He can
Seattle
save the reps.
played fucking 10 minutes with all their backups.
Right. Perfect.
But Darnold never came in.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but
Drew
Darnold
Lock
never came
no,
out.
no, Drew Lock did. They just ran the ball out
I think
for
it
2
was on the last
drives.
quarter.
So-
yeah.
Like, yeah, you can't pull your guy. What
one
message
thing
are
I
you
want to say
sending?
on that is Daniels is coming back from injury. That's why you're right. So it was his first week back from injury. You keep him in because he needs a rhythm. He needs all of that. If Daniels had played all year and he's going into that bloodbath where they didn't look like moving the ball, I think you pull him.
You're right. That's a completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah,
that's
you know?
But I think because he was coming back from injury, he's been injured a little bit this year. You need to get him in. You need to get those live reps.
And that's a
There's
really
no-
unlucky injury as well.
It
Fuck,
is.
man,
Oh,
that's very unlucky.
injury is unlucky.
Yeah,
really.
but to have your arm folded back like that. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's a very lucky season non-throwing arm. That's all I'm going to say.
Still, that arm's going to be weakened a lot now.
Well, yeah, for the rest of this year, it will be for
Can't come
sure.
back this year.
I don't see the
They've got
point.
nothing to play for. I think you just ice him.
No, but shout out to Seattle, 6-2, number 1 seed. In the end. No, I think Eagles number 1 seed.
Yeah, they're third because
E-
Tampa Bay beat Seattle,
That's
so
right.
same
Yeah.
record.
So they're doing some things. There's some. Like, I'm so happy for Darnold. I keep saying it, but every week I just feel good for guys that don't quit, don't give up, and then it eventually comes to him. Like, he was such a talented guy, and it's a bit of vindication in the end for himself that he ended up being a good
He just
player.
came in really young,
Yeah,
and then he went to the Jets, which just helps no one.
no. that's
So
We've seen all-time quarterbacks that are going to be first ballot Hall of Famers in Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers both go to the Jets and struggle.
Yeah.
It tells you that you can't win there. It's the place is cursed. Just fold the team.
Look at Joe Flacco this season.
Yeah.
He couldn't get more than 100 yards a game. Then obviously the offense is much better, I know, but he just looks good. There's something to playing with shitty teams. I mean, the Browns. There's something to playing with shitty teams.
Yeah.
yeah,
and
perennial
shitty
losers.
organizations
That's
that-
what I'm saying. Like
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is a first ballot, no doubt, Hall of Fame. Like it's not even worth putting it to a ballot. Just put him in. That's how good
agreed.
he is.
Yep.
And even he couldn't do anything in New York. Just fold the team. Seriously.
I get what you're saying. You can't
Fucking hell, that
Oh,
might as well.
Relocate him.
relocate him to London.
Yeah.
With the London Jets, and they have to fly over a lot. So
That's
that'll pay.
That's not a bad shout, actually.
No, it'll be the Jaguars if everyone ever goes there. All right, that is it for us this week.
Good week of games,
Um,
man.
Yeah, there's some good games, some good upsets, and some big games. What's the Thursday night game this week?
Oh, preview it.
Oh, yeah, we could do it. Let's do a shit.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. That's my bad. I didn't even look at it.
Shout out.
It better not
It
be.
is. Oh, okay. It's Raiders at Broncos.
That's why it's not on anyone's radar.
Yeah.
Broncos. Anyone else got anything else to say?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
Oh, look,
Broncos.
if Bowers goes off again, that could be close.
Yeah,
Nah.
Bowers is so fun, man. He's
Broncos
so
will-
fun.
Should comfortably go to 8-2 and be well in control of that division.
Are Broncos getting a very easy run, or am I just misremembering some of their wins?
What's a division game?
Oh, true. Yeah, they all get to play them. That's fair. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
played. They beat the Chiefs, didn't they? They've not played the Chiefs yet.
So the
No,
Broncos,
they
they're
haven't.
they're
They beat
beating
the
the
Chargers.
they're
Yeah.
beating the Titans. They're beating the Chargers. Lost to the Colts. Lost to the Chargers. Beat the Bengals. Beat the Eagles. Beat the Jets. Beat the Giants. Beat the Cowboys. Beat the Texans.
Yeah, so they've beaten the Eagles as well. So they've won a couple of
That was a
games.
good win
I'm
in Philly.
probably being unfair, to be honest. All right, that's it for the show this week. Again, make sure you get to the Sporting Globe, Churnside Park. Shout out to Dave and Eloise. Can't do it without you guys. Download the app, change your information to the Vault Studio. It all goes a long way to helping us out. Shout out for Tommy for getting all the stuff set up for us
Oh.
tonight, as usual.
Weapon.
Absolute weapon. I sent that all to him yesterday and he got it all done. So he's an absolute champ. Thanks again, Tommy.
Booyah.
And we'll see everyone Sunday night for our live show.
Peace.